Lecture number 6, part number 3. We're still in risk assessment questionnaire templates in part of the risk response, typical high risk problems and response actions. We'll talk here about the business requirement for project are vague or complex, difficult to document the requirements properly, difficult to use the tools, documents requirement, difficult to understand what expectation of the project are, chances that the resulting solution will not meet business need, maybe a sign of lack focus from the customer. Here the response for all this point, how to solve it. For example, you can use joint application design, JAD session to gather requirements for all stakeholders together, utilize prototyping and iterative development techniques to assist the user in discovering the requirements of new system, get access to the sponsor and to senior management to provide overall guidance, provide training to the customers on how to think about the express business requirements, ensure the final business requirements are approved in waiting the change management procedure. Here the point A3, the system availability requirements are continuous. Downtime problems may result in productivity decrease or less revenue. Allocate more time to analyze design, testing, and overall quality assurance activity. Focus extra time and energy on technology architecture. So these are high risk of the item, and here is a response plan. We'll take some because it's many. The form will be available. I will give you the link from where you can get it, and we'll take now some examples from each part. Now we finish the scope. Here is the schedule. We'll take if the long estimate project duration, the estimated project duration is long, this generate high risk from harder to manage the schedule, either for team and customer to drift or lose focus. They can lose the focus easily because it's too much time of the project. More chance that project will lose organizational commitment, more chance business requirement will change, more chance of a change in software or hardware versions. And for example, some software or hardware make a new version every year or every 6 months. And if our project is 5 years, this means we face a problem for software and hardware. Difficult to install sense of urgency at the beginning of the project, more chance of team and customer turnover. How we can face this risk? This some solution we can face this risk. Break the project into smaller or shorter sub-projects. Identify clear milestone to check the project is on schedule. Be diligent using formal change management procedure. Rotate team member into different roles to keep us the interest level. Strive to get ahead of schedule as early as possible, and instill a sense of urgency from the start of the project. Organize team building activities to build choosing and reduce friction. Ensure all major deliverables are formally approved so the change management can be invoked afterward. Make the technical design and architecture decision as flexible as possible to account for potential changes. Regarding budget, let's take this point. Project funding is less than the estimated cost and is unstable. For example, project will be unable to fulfill expectation. Project will likely exceed its funding. The solution to face this risk: originate scope to fit with the funding available. Don't start the project until an adequate budget or lesser scope is established. We can reduce the scope to meet the funding. Regarding project linkage, the project is high dependent upon the and cannot proceed without first receiving completed deliverables from another separate linkage project. If we need some material, something from other project, and we cannot start till this is available, thing is out the control of the project, can adversely affect this project outcome and ability to be successful. And delays in the linkage project deliverables are likely to cause similar delays in increased project probability or delays in the project schedule. To face this problem or this risk, we have to pursue revising either or both project schedule to allow for alignment of the project deliverables. We have to match the schedule for two projects to meet the requirements. Renegotiate scope and schedule. We can extend the schedule or scope. Establish arrangement with the linkage site to fulfill this project's need and document the agreement. Close monitoring and coordination for both project needs to be performed to minimize impact and impact of the conflict. Risk for the human resource. Let's take this point. Project team is located in the spread location. It's not in the one location, and as we say, this can generate harder to communicate effectively, less team interaction and choosing, harder to build personal relationship with the entire team. Some members may feel isolated and not a part of the team. Technology problems may be resulting productivity decrease because of communication. Maybe there is no internet if they are connecting by emails because they are not in the same place, no mobile network in the office. Many reasons can decrease productivity and cause the delay. The solutions: try to get the team into one location at least for the length of the project. Create an aggressive communication plan to ensure team communication effectively. Hold regular meeting where the entire team meet face to face. Schedule team building activities where the entire team meets face to face. Have backup method to communicate if the primary technology fails. And for example, if emails is not working, you can use letters, manual letters. You can use phones, SMS, another way to communicate. Maintain frequent contact by phone with remote team members. Create central repository to hold the project documentation that all team members can access. Here, this part regarding management, senior leadership support, which is maybe the project sponsor is not identified or not societics. Project may not get resources it needs. Project may not have long-term commitment needed. Political battles may delay the project. Issue and changes request may not be resolved in timely manner. So we have to establish a strong committee to help guide the project. Establish a process for resolving disputes between departments. Try to identify different sponsor. Ask sponsor to delegate full authority to another person who can act on their behalf. If they are absent or not available, don't start the project. Business or organization impact. The project participants providing content knowledge are either not available or not identified. Lack of content knowledge available to the project will adverse affect the ability to accurately complete the project. Project recipients will not be pleased with the project. We have to, in this case, we have to renegotiate resource commitment to make content knowledge available to the project. Renegotiate schedule to obtain required content. Don't start the project. And so on. As you say, we'll take one example for each part. Technology. We can take this part. Subject matter is not well known by the project team. Longer learning curve for project team members. The project may spill behind in the early portions of the project. No sense for whether business requirements make sense. Possibilities that critical features or function will be missed. Need initially rely on customer for all subject matter expertise. To solve all this problem, take as much training as practical as early on as possible. Bring the key customer onto the project team. Spend extreme understanding and documenting the requirements. Set up approval process for requirements that require multi-subject matter experts. Use joint application design session to get the requirements for all stakeholders together. Utilize more frequent walkthrough and include the users. Build extra time into the estimate for application analysis and design activities. Regarding the performance, objectives are unclear or unstated, unrealistic. Everything will be impacted. The project team may be bogged down trying to meet minor performance objectives while the major ones are slipping away. The team may be subject to imposition of new performance requirements during the project if they are not written down at the start. This could be a non-win project since it is not possible to meet unrealistic objectives. To solve this problem, we have to make sure that all performance objectives are in writing, agreed by the project team and approved by the sponsor. Insist that any change in expectations regarding performance objectives be issued as a formal change request. Regarding project management, Planning for the project is inconsistent, incomplete, or another way of prove quality, and or there are problem with impact process. For example, work on the project may be uncoordinated. The project may be subject to scope creep. With poor or absent project plans, it's unlikely that the project will meet performance objectives. The solution for this high risk follows organization project management methodology, complete the recommended project templates, and obtain approval from key stakeholders, address and correct any identified project process issue, follow and update the project plans throughout project execution. The vendor risk can generate by the vendor. Package implementation is from a new vendor in new market, or project requires over 50% contractor who may not yet committed to the project lacking requirements. Staff start schedule will be adversely impacted. Solve this problem, increase project management oversight of contractor personnel, start of project schedule. Start of project should be delayed until staffed is completed and everybody's there. Increased communication focus is a must. You can add also any other risk. If you see some other risk in your project, you should add it in this part and add the response for any risk. All the examples here will be available. End of the course, I'll give you the link from where you can download the templates. At the end of the form, we should write the project name, the project manager name, and who involved for the risk management, risk assessment questionnaire part. You should sign and approve the document. We'll complete in part number 4 the risk assessment